Good morning, patients, and it's good to be back on the beats. And here is the news highlights. A new batch of over 700 youths and women in Bayelsa State are set to benefit from the federal government's Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises in the Niger Delta project aimed at boosting agribusiness and livelihoods, especially in Bayelsa State. Benimi Zitimiola reports.
Livelihood Improvement Family Enterprises and the Niger Delta Life ND Project, a joint venture between IFAD, federal government, NDDC and the state governments, is empowering young people in Bayelsa and women in agro-business. The Life ND's project success over the years has attracted more funding. To build on these gains, 717 incubatees have been onboarded and oriented on their roles and the program's regulatory framework.
The new zeal with which the current leadership they are approaching the Life ND program in line with the vision of the governor, I am reasonably certain we will make massive progress in the coming months or years.
We have a lot of infrastructures already on ground. We have a lot of training centers, incubation centers, and right now we have actually selected 717 beneficiaries for the additional financing.
The MOU basically spells out the expectation from the project, expectation from the incubators and from the incubators, and it helps them to know what they are going into.
The program is well packaged in a way that there is a place for training, there is a place for also mentorship, and also for them to set up their own centers as beneficiaries of the program.
These potential agro-entrepreneurs are upbeat.
I'm promising Life ND that I will work with all of my strengths, give it my dedication and my time to ensure that I, as the name implies, livelihood, that I create a livelihood for myself.
I have tried to identify with my incubators, and I'm going to put in my best to make sure I do not fall short or fall by the way.
Trainings are ongoing in Ogbia, Nembi and Kolokuma-Pokoma local government areas. Additional financing will build on the project's successes, boost earnings, food security and job creation. In Yenegua, Ebinimi Zitimiola, NTA News.
Nigeria's livestock industry is steadily transitioning towards a more sustainable and resilient future driven by the deployment of artificial insemination and embryo transfer centers across the country. The latest facility, inaugurated in Sokoto State by the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar Meha, is part of the federal government's strategy to scale up improved animal breeds for enhanced beef and dairy production. Yusuf Jika reports.
The artificial insemination and embryo transfer centers were established by the World Bank-supported Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project in collaboration with the Sokoto State government to drive a new era of globally competitive livestock production. Equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities, the center will be managed by 30 trained personnel with robust sustainability measures already in place to ensure long-term operations.
Artificial insemination in LPRES project is under component 2, that is livestock value chain enhancement. It's 100% at the state to improve breeding, because there's no way you can do animal production without improving the breed. Animal that will give you 2 liters will now give you 10 liters.
To guarantee efficiency and effectiveness, the facility has been provided with a liquid nitrogen plant capable of producing up to 100 liters per day for the safe preservation of semen and other reproductive materials.
We are confident that we can also move to the next step by getting to the next level of embryo transfer, now that we are sure we have liquid nitrogen. And with liquid nitrogen, you can also store your semen, your embryos for the next 50 years and revive them.
In addition, several livestock clusters across Sokoto State have benefited from LPRES support, including feed crushers, motorcycles, and other livestock development packages aimed at strengthening value chains and deepening enterprise growth. In Sokoto, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
Service is not enjoyed in isolation, but sustained by love, solidarity, and shared humanity, as this moment reinforces the understanding that national strength is built not only through arms and strategy, but through compassion and mutual care. Those were the words of the wife of the Minister of Defense at the Family and Community Day part of activities lined up for the 2026 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day.
Behind every uniform lies a family of spouses who wait with courage and resilience, children who grow with pride and patience, and parents who offer prayers and hope. These families are the unseen pillars of the armed forces. Honoring, celebrating, and committing to their welfare will always be top priority for the Ministry of Defense. This is why the theme, celebrating the strength behind our soldiers, is a platform to honor their families for holding the fort.
Let us celebrate courage, love, and unity. And let today remind us that every soldier's strength is deeply rooted in the love, care, and support of their family.
From the barracks to the battlefields, from the seas to the skies, every heartbeat of the nation owes its rhythm to the courage of the armed forces.
The deliberate inclusion of humanitarian focus activities reflects a growing appreciation that the welfare, morale, and dignity of our soldiers and their families are central to national security and unity.
Just like the saying that the true soldier fights not because he hates what is in front of him, but because he loves what is behind him. Therefore, honoring their families and loved ones will further boost the morale of troops in the front line. Olajide Bello, NTA News.
The Rivers State House of Assembly says the impeachment process commenced by the House on Thursday, 8 January 2026 is fully on course, in line with relevant provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. In a statement signed by the Chairman House Committee on Information, Petitions and Complaints, Enemy George, refuted news that the House has halted the impeachment process, describing it as misleading and false. He called on all to disregard such information, noting that the Rivers State House of Assembly is committed to its constitutional duties. Members of the All Progressives Congress APC in the Southeast Zone have unanimously endorsed President Bola Tinubu for a second term, following his transformative leadership and reforms, which they say is in the common interest of the zone. Chika Ugu reports.
The stakeholders meeting, which brought together top political functionaries, was an avenue to chart the way forward, re-strategize and build a formidable APC in the Southeast. APC governors in the zone appreciated President Bola Tinubu for his inclusive leadership, which has bridged infrastructural gap in the zone, stabilized the currency, improved security, and is touching lives through the renewed hope agenda.
I'm happy that you are here today to retrospect on where we stand, where we are coming from, and where to go from here as a political family. To stamp a seal of endorsement on the president's bold reforms and his candidacy in the 2027 election.
That we need to forgive one another and make a lot of sacrifice so that those that are joining us now, we have a place in our party.
Other political leaders in the zone attested that the party has grown tremendously since 2023 and urged members to prioritize unity in order to clinch victory in 2027 general elections.
We must reach out to one another. We must set aside divisive tendencies. We must work collectively to build a stronger, more cohesive APC.
A 10-point communique was issued at the end of the meeting with the resolution to join other zones in the country to support the ruling party, APC, in the interest of the Igbos and to secure fair share of infrastructural and economic development. In Enugu, Chika Ugu, NTA News.
And those were the news highlights. We thank you for watching. Weekend Deal continues right after this break. Good morning.